Hi guys. Hey.
Hi.
Hey. Oh, there it is. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? There. Hey. All right. How's everyone doing?
Mine does it too now.
Oh, yay!
Hey, Ben, if you just...
Then. Oh, wait. Can you even hear that? Damn it. Just pretend like there was stuff that you didn't hear.
Hey, Kristi, I requested you to join. The guest account showed up, and I requested. If hit the guest, like the guest button at the bottom. You accepted? We don't see you.
You're not up here.
You might have to hit accept again. Oh, there she is.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, touch your square. Touch the
Okay.
guest account square, and then you'll see yourself. Like, make it to where you see yourself, and then hit accept or whatever. Yay!
Hi.
Hi. All right.
Yay.
We're going to be working on.
We got it. We made it there.
You was here.
How are you,
Surviving
ladies?
and thriving.
Kate asked what we're going to be working on.
I think most impactful point because nothing came to me.
Okay. Anything you've been, I don't know why I'm getting, I need to ask this. Is there anything that you've been working on for a while that's like really layered?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Couple things.
Remember you and I worked in February around my dad's passing, and then in May we worked again at the end of May, early June, because I had to leave my ex-husband for a little domestic violence.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
didn't know that.
And so now I'm getting back into work in hospital security.
Okay.
I would say the layered thing that you're on right now is the childhood stuff and the mom stuff.
Yeah, I just recently blocked my mom because
Okay.
I don't know what's stuck in my throat.
Because this.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you needed help with the hospital stuff, and also she's making it to where you're like an open portal at work. I'm trying to, like, you're blown out at work. Like, okay, whenever you get home from work, this might be like not, are you like really tired, but like one of those tired where you just go to sleep like right afterwards?
Well, I just went back. I've only done a few shifts, and I do feel a different level of tired because I really haven't had to do too much for most of this year. And so, yes, I feel tired, but I feel like it's appropriate.
I was gonna say like an appropriate tired, but this seems really excessive.
So what we worked on was making it to where she doesn't do the things for everybody, that she has the ability to see what she needs to see. Like, she didn't cut it off completely or anything, but then kind of like your bubble pop, there was like a cloud, and she kind of was able to just like burst the cloud so that the other person's healings and their own stuff would go into it. She's been working a lot on not pulling, like, not doing the things for the people, not carrying it inside of herself, that kind of thing.
Okay. So, this this might even be a wound, but it looks like it looks blown out, like she came out from the inside of you.
The
If that
mom?
makes any sense. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
If that makes any sense. And it's
I'm
actually
always,
right here. I can see it.
wow, I've always felt like I've been kind of more her mom, and I just kind of made the decision to like, I don't, at these big ages, I don't need to be guiding you on very basic human things.
That's really funny. I tell people that I don't have kids because I was a parent. Like I parented my parents. And so I already had kids.
Exactly. Right.
Yes. It's right here, but like whenever I go to heal it, it's like I don't know if we have to get the clarity behind it first. So if I were to say like there is brain rot there, would that make any sense to you? Like not underdevelopment. Right here is suffering.
So I wonder what her, like, I'm like, okay, is she slow? Is it mental illness? I don't mean that in a mean way. I just like genuinely, like, sometimes I wonder if she didn't make it past like
No,
15,
where she was
16
on
or
you.
something.
Where she was on you.
So that's what I mean. Like, when I think of her, I'm like, I don't know what it is. Like, is it brain rot? So like maybe that is kind of like her on me, and I'm always trying to identify it.
Okay. So, it's almost like a nuzzling inside of you to like have a safe space and to always be there.
Is it like how Casey Ray had a spot? My 6-year-old had a spot in my back, and my partner Ben had a spot all on the right side of my like side, right, ribs and ingestion, like all digestive tract and stuff. When you separate from someone like that and they have been indented in you, it leaves a crevice. It leaves a worn spot. And part of her, it looks like as Kate's talking about it, not only left a spot, but is still kind of in there. One of the things that's been happening is Kristi's been getting like really intense pains over her eye.
Okay.
Left eye.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Because left would be, yeah, mom.
Okay. And also to the camera, the mirror on it, it's like if you look here, it looks like it looks like I'm pointing to my left side of my head. It's really funny. Okay. So it looks like it's addressed to where she's completely out. But something needs to be addressed with this version of her. Have you energetically talked to her? Like, and you're okay with it type thing? Like it doesn't get all over you and you like have to clean off and all that?
Yeah.
When you vent or whatever?
Yeah, I feel very disconnected from her.
Okay. So, it seems like that version of her that like burrowed herself in your head, it's kind of like hey, I don't like, this is not appropriate and it's not going to be appropriate ever again. So either you need to collapse this version of you, Mom, or you can just go away and stay away from me.
I keep thinking of like the indent specifically is like a pillow, and it's like keep my spot warm.
Oh, because she wants to come back. Okay, so that's probably why you have to like talk to this version of her and be like, no, never again. This is not temporary.
But what if Kristi wants it to be temporary? She still needs to say like this is permanent for now, right? It's kind of like doing permanent dye and hoping that you'll heal enough to where you can go back to the natural hair color or whatever.
Oh yeah,
right.
You can do whatever you want. You can undo, redo, whatever.
I just wanted
just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can have that conversation. It just kind of did. While we're talking is just like that is permanent. Like get your pillow. This isn't.
Get your boots
your
and
belongings.
your coat.
It is a pillow from the late 80s, early 90s. It's got blue and white stripes, like the thick stripes with the light like stripes. And it is stained with like drool and stuff. This is an older pillow, but it's been around. It's like, I don't know why it looks like that. And I'm feeling it. I'm not, seeing it, but because it looks like seersucker, but it's not seersucker. The texture of it is not seersucker. It's old pillow from the late 80s, early 90s.
What did you call it? Seersucker?
Seersucker, but seersucker is a puckered material that's really great because it doesn't get wrinkled because it's already wrinkled, and it's got blue and white stripes. A lot of people like to wear it because it's light and airy, and they like to wear it when traveling or going to the beach or something like this. It's fashion forward. It can be very chic, again, because it doesn't wrinkle, and it can be timeless. So it looks like that, like it's trying to be that, but it is stained. It is old. It's indented, and it's still there. It's still right there. So I don't.
Okay. Let me.
Get your boots and your coat for this. It's a weird song to get on this. Okay, so if I were to, I don't know anything about like relationships besides the husband thing, but like with your mom and your significant others, but would she kind of like not like anyone that you were with? Like no one was ever good enough for her?
It's more like she also tried to date mine.
Okay, because it's very like hindrance, and you'll always need me. You don't know what you're doing. Very that, and it seems to be very, even friendships. It seems to be very focused on who you were around for no reason. She didn't fucking care.
So my sister is been kind of obsessed lately with thinking that I have, telling people I have demons. I don't know if she thinks that. She's just very like obsessed.
That's such an awkward, weird thing to just be obsessed with.
Yeah, and like obsessed with like convincing other people that like I have these really weird things going on, and
It reminds me of that TikTok sound that's like, this is so-and-so. She's from the South. Like, I don't know if you know that.
So my mom and her are very tight, and so my mom kind of goes with these, I don't know what to call Brittany's delusions, my sister's, but
do you want to know why she does that?
Yeah.
It's sure. So whenever you tell whoever the things that she's done to you, she's hoping that they'll be like, oh, she's crazy. This didn't actually happen.
Yeah.
So that's why she's obsessed with it. It's because she doesn't want you to tell people anything about.
And I don't mention it until somebody comes to me and is like, holy shit, your sister just went off. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't really know, I don't talk to her, but it always seems like she's got a whole ass agenda about what I'm doing, and it's never accurate,
Mm-hmm. But it's hoping that people will be on her side, and which is even more insane, but it is what it is, like, your sister has a hole behind your ear. That made me go, if your mom's doing it, then your sister sure as fuck is doing it.
But the sister doesn't have an indent. It's like an actual
attachment.
There's a weird thing that some people have, and it looks like a piercing hole, and some people have it behind their ear. That's what this is.
Okay.
And I don't know why.
It's connected in the ear too, because I felt in front of the ear and deep, and behind the ear and deep.
Oh, I think people have it right here, not in the back of their ear. Whatever this is. I think I've seen people have it here.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay, so let's heal the mom one, and then you can copy and paste the mom one to sister one. Okay, so you got all the belongings out of there.
Except for the pillow.
Oh, the pillow's still there?
It's still there.
What do we fucking do about this pillow?
It's fused to the brain. Okay.
Yeah, it's like melted. It feels like it's been in a house fire and it's melted to the skin.
Can we go to before this happens then? So you could say, for people on the podcast, please take me to before this happens.
Say it out loud, so because we're on a podcast.
Okay.
I know you normally do it in your head, but
okay. Let's go to the point before this, before the fire.
No.
Most impactful point before this, because we went to before this, and it's kind of like needs to be even more before.
Before this.
Okay.
I thought maybe it was going to go to a past life or something, but it's like literally going to a time when you let her sleep in your bed. Like teenage or younger or whatever. Instead of you going into mom's bed, it's very much she slept in your bed. I don't know why.
Mine did that too. Huh. Very interesting.
Sure. I can't remember anything specific.
Well, I mean, I've slept in my 6-year-old's bed before because my partner had his kids come over, but that's not what this is. This is like got in a fight with somebody and is like
there was a lot of my dad
sleeping in your bed.
Trans, but there was a lot of not finding out about it necessarily. My dad didn't know how to express it back in the day, so him and my mom really had issues because my mom saw herself as very straight, so it was very confusing to her to have him dressing up in her clothes. She was very she felt a lot of shame in it and confusion and why. I mean, and this is the late 80s, the early 90s, so I mean, you calling it that, that the pillows from then, makes sense.
Okay, can you merge this version of you?
Oh. The pillow is quote unquote dad's. I'm gonna call her dad, but she's transitioned. But I don't know what name to call her.
So I call her. She was Laura when she passed, but when I speak of him before, when I always say dad, but when he was before she transitioned.
The pillow is dad's because it's going crazy in my right ear. Pillow is dad's, but mom took pillow into your bed and somehow melted it to you.
She refuses to believe that my dad was actually trans.
I was gonna say this is like keeping the memory alive and
that's so fitting.
God, this burns.
Can
your transitioned and transition to the other side is making I know I've been rubbing my ear, but it's fucking burning.
Merge with this version of you, exchange your information with this version of you.
Why would I'm so sorry, why is dad so pissed?
Because I think my sister and my mother still actively talk about
why is dad pissed at you? Why is dad yelling? Is dad just pissed in general?
Oh, I don't know. My sister has told me before that she speaks to my dad and that he's mad at me. And
that's not true.
That doesn't make sense to me because we spent the last year together.
Can you do the intense energy vampire cleanse to this? To your memories too?
Apply the energy vampire cleanse to the memory and the situation.
This yelling is like, that's not true! That's not true. It's not anger. It's yelling.
What is not true?
Everything that they were saying about him.
Okay.
Down to the stories that she would say. And I didn't hear of any stories that she would tell, you didn't tell me any, but he's telling me.
Oh my gosh. Finally not yelling in my ear. Holy fuck. Brodette, that hurt.
Okay. Activate this version of you's divine shielding, guardians, protections, balancers. Update and upgrade.
Why did mom use you as an anchor point for that time period in the life before everything went wackadoo?
my sister kind of threw a wrench, her being born in about 92. She disrupted. It was like the three of us were kind of a unit that just was maybe
Can I
not
say, by the way, when she was younger, she battled leukemia. Kristi did.
Yeah.
Yeah, before everything, like, I mean, to say that you were battling it before everything went wackadoo is crazy in itself, but.
Yeah.
Did your dad, did she, like, hold herself back because you were sick from, like, being herself?
I don't know if it was because I was sick. I found out, I think it amped up after I was sick. There was a little more touch of authenticity in our house, a little more push for, what's important in life, that kind of thing. So it, like, there was there was upheaval kind of in our whole family in odd ways. I don't really know.
Okay, Dad is showing me the Queen music video, I Want to Break Free, where Freddie Mercury has on the pink turtleneck and the black skirt, the wig, and the vacuum. And
I think my mom held that a lot.
In our tarot deck, the card that Kate made with the vacuum thing, with the it's actually what women really want, is to kind of, for the male in the relationship in that 1920s kind of whatever of our deck, is to get a brand new idea. It's an Ace of Swords card. Is her Ace of Swords card that she designed. It's a guy vacuuming with the chick on the couch just really happy. And then you've got your quote unquote dad. It's hard because it's on a podcast. I want to be respectful, and I am probably thinking too much about it because it's 2024. But she very much, Dad very much, yeah, it's that. It's like, I want to break free. I just want to, like, why can't I wear my heels while I vacuum?
Can I just say that your mother knew getting into the marriage is what he's telling me very clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Is like, she knew that I dressed this way. I'm not sure why she's so distraught.
Did they make a deal for it to be like not up front?
The only thing so they like grew up in like a Catholic church together and met in youth group, and they had to go through all this counseling, marriage counseling, before they could even get married. So for how much they went through, it always shocked me how they were very cohesive and peaceful, but she didn't really clean, he didn't clean. She didn't do anybody's laundry but hers. He never knew how to do laundry. So it was this very like, how did this even come to be kind of thing? And then the story goes that she found out a year into their marriage that he was dressing. And so I'm just like, now I see that even now there's not like I don't know, decency. Like, how do you see Laura living as Laura and still come out of it at the end of the day and say he never wanted to transition? He wouldn't have. He got pushed into it.
So
and I'm like,
she could say
glowed. I don't,
Was Laura buried as a male?
No.
Did Laura get to be cremated?
She was cremated, yeah.
Okay.
Or was at the head of all that, so like,
good.
I believe everything was very proper and exactly how she wanted it.
Good. Just making sure.
It is
not
like
that it matters.
Very much a deal. Like,
No,
it's like
okay. I think it's my mom and my sister are living in this reality that was so wrong, so they actively speak on it and talk to him as him.
The pillow is not just melted in, it's shoved in there. It's like, it looks like it's a twin size pillow, pretty flat. It's got the, the drool marks or whatever, the stains, the sweat marks, because it's old as fuck. It's got the blue stripes melted to your skin, but it's not actually melted. The inside the hole, it's actually a king size pillow, and it's stuffed in there.
I have another question. Has either your mom or your sister ever talked to you about being attracted to women? Them being attracted to women?
Women? They were very resentful when I had a girlfriend.
Okay.
Like, didn't want to really know her.
One of them, if not both of them, are. Which is...
On some level.
Which is why they're hammering you so hard about them not being... Or, like, them being straight. Like, them not being attracted to whoever the fuck, you know? I don't want to, like, this is a podcast. I don't want to put it out there, but I'm pretty sure it's your sister. Like, 100%, actually.
Well, my sister's openly a lesbian.
Well, then why does your mom hate it so much?
I don't know.
And your sister hates it, too. Does she pretend she's not? Like, I don't understand what this covering is. Does she not tell people that she is a lesbian? You just said she's openly.
Well, yeah, but I think so. I think what she does is denies that she would ever be with a man. But I've seen her get caught up with men.
Oh, does she tell them that she's not a lesbian?
Like, I don't really know because I haven't really been in her, she's been blocked a lot longer than my mom.
My whole left side is burning up. I don't understand why when you talk about them, they get called in so easily.
The hole is still there.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like, right now it's literally an opening.
Which I can feel a lot of pressure over my right eye, right?
Okay.
It wasn't there a minute ago.
I wonder if it's them trying to get in since we went before. So
well, it being on the right side makes sense to me because it was quote unquote dad's pillow, but it's a king size, so it's actually over on the left, and where all that thing was stuffed in, and the secrets would be mom giving you the migraines above your left side of your forehead. The whole left side of your arm is burning. That's sister. I think we can start extracting everything. Like, it feels like everything got pulled to the surface. I know you tried a couple of times, but it was like this stuff needed to come out. My ear was burning.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we're back to report happens. So just kind of this pillow that's just breaking the skin. Just go ahead and...
So I'll move my hand over and just kind of...
Do you ever watch, like, zip popping videos or blackhead removals?
Dude, I was going to say those ones that look like a hole, and then they start, like, bringing out, and I do not frequent these things often at all because I will get too, like, drawn in.
Do that.
Keep popping up. So listen, I did see one the other day, and it was like that hole, and so just a minute ago when my eyes lit up, I didn't blurt it out, but yes, after you said the whole, and then you said extracting things, I pictured that the whole kind where they really have to work it and like get it out, and that's really gross. But
it's burning. You're doing it. I thought we were going to be working on the pillow one first, but it looks like you're working on sisters first. But you said that was the first person you blocked, so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's the one where they like have to pull out the sack too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Girl. Ugh.
Do you want to give it back to them, or do you want to transmute it for yourself, or do you want to just send it where it's supposed to go?
This needs to go. I would love for it to go to the lowest form, dimensional form. It eats it for fuel. I picture like a little vacuum suck out from my not just my body, but like my auric field.
It needs to be put somewhere after this. After you're done transmuting it, it's gonna fill too much.
Okay.
It's yeah. You can. Okay, so what I do is I transmute it back into my own success, and then if I see that it's way too overflowing, I'll do it to the friend group success as well, because
Okay.
that's whatever they want and whatever I
So
want.
Like whatever we consider success.
transmute all that stuff into my success.
There you go. There you go.
Are we overflowed, or are we just
it's still overflowing. Speed it up.
So speed it up and into friend success.
If that's what you want, it can keep going in, but it backs up, and as time goes on, it'll go into success again. It's just I guess I heal too much, so mine goes really fast. So you probably do too, and
I just can't see that it's full. I feel that it is, but later I'll be like, holy fuck.
When you said I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. Every night and day. I'm addicted and I just can't get enough.
I just can't get enough. Oh, this is helping it go faster. Okay, I was like, why am I? Okay. It's not bubbling over anymore.
Okay. Oh.
It's like making me check mine too. I'm like, that's okay. All right.
Nothing hurts anymore. Like there's no heat anywhere.
Coyote, I was dancing. Sorry.
There's still holes though. I mean, like the stuff is gone, but there's still holes. Like a cavity. What did we do when I had that, like my 6-year-old, like when we got her to stop attaching herself to me and stuff, and then Ben?
I had to move everything back around in its place again. Like stretch it out.
Like Play-Doh? Like silly putty Play-Doh?
It looked to me like tissue that I had to like break apart and slowly to where it would form back into itself. So yeah, integrate your tissues back into themselves.
Tissue back into themselves.
Speed that up.
Yeah. I can feel that in the forehead. I mean, duh, but
put the fluid levels back to their balanced divine working order.
Fluid levels back to a balanced divine working order.
That way it can like hydrate and fucking move.
There's like lots of fluid.
Okay, so as you're doing that, I was very much drawn to the fact that you said that your sister likes to tell everybody that you're possessed by demons and stuff, but also says that she talks to your deceased dad, and that that your dad hates you or is mad at you or whatever. How is she not the one that's talking to demons or something? I don't understand.
Exactly, and she it's
which is not true, by the way. Anybody who's like watching. No. It's just a like sarcastic, like, huh, that's weird.
Right. And I was like, I just don't think they really spread gloom and doom like that when you're not talking to something. And my sister saw her way out of my dad's treatment a year before she passed away. So it was very like, you haven't even been around her. You didn't go see her before she passed. Like, why would
Dad talk to you?
Well, you know.
Can you release soul? Actually, I'm going to talk to Dad real quick. I'm just going to like look at. Okay. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you release any soul contracts, bartering slips, bill of sales, or the like that says that you need to be on anybody's spirit team that you don't fucking want to be on, and isn't in your highest good? Thank you.
She was
and
like,
then pull all that. Yeah, exactly. Pull all that back into yourself. Cleanse and purify it. Cool. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Bye.
She loves this shit. I know she does.
Did she always carry around tissues? They have some kind of sinus issue?
Or is it the stuff that Kristi pulled out?
Do you need to copy and paste what you did for you to her?
Let's
Conducive?
Copy and paste. Everything we just did.
I can hear you guys, but my screen is paused.
Oh. Okay.
Well, your new hair looks real cute, by the way.
Hey, thanks.
While we're here.
Are the tissues still in Dad's hands?
Yeah.
Is Dad trying to help?
They're really sad, and I think it's really weird, but it's like the lost relationship.
Yeah.
Of
it's very hard.
The kid of her sister.
The screen is completely frozen. This is so weird.
Yeah.
When Brittany was young, they basically told us that her mental illnesses and things would make it so her parents would need to provide a home for her, likely the rest of her life. And my dad said, okay, and started planning for every home in the future to hold Brittany in it. My mom said, that can't be true. You're calling that at 14 years old? Stop that. So there was a big denial of that. And so my dad always did everything to make sure that Brittany had a home and everything. And when Brittany decided to be done living at my dad's, she now lives with my mom. And so now I think my mom's trying to make up for and fix that relationship. Because Brittany her rights had to be handed over to the court to get her the best care and whatnot. So then she always saw it like my parents just gave her up, signed her over, held it against them forever. And I know as the older sister that that's not how it fucking went down. I mean, yes, she had to be signed over, but it had to be to provide the proper care, And so it was very hard for my dad to finally decide, she's not going to act differently. She's not going to be grateful for anything. And if she's going to see her way out of my care, I can't really do anything about that. But I know that it was very heavy and sad for her.
It's slightly warm on the right side as you talk about it, but just towards the end.
Yeah, it's like a acknowledgement, and it made him put his tissues down. So this must be way before she transitioned.
Yeah.
Also, my screen is literally frozen. I can't see you guys at all. I see still shots of you, and the chat, everything's frozen on my end, but I can still hear you. But if I'm not looking at you, that's why.
At least you're in a really cute pose right now, Kat.
Yeah, my hands up.
You're like, damn it, I was going to show you, but you just said, you can't see us.
You were going to show me?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that. I can see, I can see myself, and I can see you guys. It's just a still shot. I don't know why.
Huh.
Your pose is not so cutesy, but you're talking. It's not bad. Just saying.
Okay.
But I'm the one that's doing the recording. I wonder how that's going to be. Anyway, whatever.
Okay. As long as you can still hear us. As long as the show can go on.
I hope. All right, let's do it.
Okay, Laura. What are you still sad about? They don't like the shit talking that your mom's doing to their friends.
Mm-hmm.
But the friends don't believe her.
Mm-hmm.
Can you copy and paste what you did for you to Laura Conducive?
Copy and paste.
Go ahead. Laura. How do we make it to where Laura doesn't give a fuck?
I was hoping that's what the copy and paste would do.
Right. I was nodding, but you can't see that.
Push this forward, ripple it outwards, and let's see how she feels now. It feels really good. Very neutral.
Yeah. Feels good. Lots of 80s and 90s songs.
I think she really didn't see this coming. Her and my mom seemed to be very good before her passing. So I think that she's been caught off guard that my mom is just acting like this at this point.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay, she looks good. Laura looks good now.
I love that.
Okay. This crater thing in your head is now an indent. It's not like a festering, blown up, like blowout on your head, but it is a dent. So
I was able to switch to a different card deck. I don't know if that matters at all.
Oh, okay. Okay, so like that part's done then, the pillow and the like being
I couldn't put
inside
it away
you.
yet. The other card deck that I was playing with, I got it out as soon as we got on the live. I've separated the jokers and stuff from it. The deck's over there. It reminded me of a cigarette pack at first. I've been like spreading the cards out and putting them together and all the things. I know, like, I moved on to a different deck, but I did not put the first deck away.
Okay. Can you ask, like, hey team, what do I need to do with this? Because it just keeps showing me a dent over and over and over and over.
What do I need to do with this dent?
Just say with this, because it might not even be the dent.
Okay.
Hey, do you have like a plunger type of tool that's not a plunger? It's for like your, like for humans to like plunge the dent out?
It's almost like a lift yourself up.
Okay. That work?
Yeah, I can put the cards away. I actually had to stop holding the other cards just to put these away.
Oh.
Can you, do you have necromancy touch? I know Kate does. I feel like you do too. Can you make sure all the nerves are activated and stuff inside there and like working like how they're supposed to be?
Can you do it to your nose too? I don't know why.
Okay. I felt something move in my nose. Like,
that's been in there for a really long fucking time. Like that pillow, pussy, whatever has been in there for like fucking decades.
Do it to wherever else is needed in your highest good, because it's all in your sinuses. The dead.
Okay. I wonder if that's tied in, Kat, to what we were talking about yesterday with the smells being super offensive to me.
Oh yeah, with your nose tongues and your ear tongues. Well, the nose tongues and the ear tongues, those are active and working. I mean, I'm sure it is tied in, but
Can you speed this up?
Yeah,
it's really heavy.
Stuck in my nasal passage.
It feels like a cocaine drip now.
Yeah. Not
like a lot. Like a lot of it.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
It's being transmuted back there. I want to say, can you merge with this version of you and exchange you information with it? Because it's like a different you inside of you.
Oh, it's the person. It's the version of her that does the necro touch, right?
Okay, that would make sense.
What is this necro touch?
Huh?
What is that?
Necromancy touch, bringing dead things back to life. Like people who are really good or have a green thumb probably have necro touch. People who are really good at taking care of the sick or the animals or whatever usually have necro touch. Kate has necro touch. I do not have it.
Try to do it.
My my now 11-year-old, who comes up a lot with you for some fucking reason, more than anybody else. They when they were little, like when they were like 3 or 4, I watched them bring a mangled fucking lizard back to life just by holding it. I was like, what? And that was before I was into any of this. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
I've like tried a couple times and been like, just kidding. You know, like put it back down because I'm like not really believing that I could, but had the desire to. And
Well,
you know,
there was a really kind of famous, popular a couple of years ago. There was a girl that died, and I don't want to go into the story because all these like psychics and mediums were saying that they were talking to her, and everybody's like, "That's super disrespectful." That bitch was jumping in and out of my fucking body. I don't know how she knew me. I didn't know, and then we knew what happened to the guy and the boyfriend and the dad, and we knew everything that happened with this fucking person. And I have it documented somewhere. I just never posted it. And Kate was using NecroTouch, but it was like we were new to figuring it out, I guess. And it was kind of like brought the body back to life when it shouldn't have necessarily. But it died again. You know, it wasn't like all the way.
Interesting.
Because I didn't realize she was a zombie. Yeah. And I was like, oh fuck, I'm pulling it all back. Well,
that's why we're very big on like undoing things that we shouldn't have done and stuff, because we want to do everything that we can, but then it's like a realization and like zooming out and like, oh fuck, no, not a good idea.
Shouldn't have done that.
So I wonder if that's what happened when you were bringing animals back to life, is where you were just like, just kidding, like a ding that it's probably not a good idea.
Yeah. I don't know why it makes me laugh.
Because it's hilarious.
My goodness.
It's bringing the can you do Kate's scar tissue removal healing?
If it's nice, good. Activate Kate's scar tissue healing.
Kristi has one too. I don't know if that's important to note.
Okay. And my own, as in your own.
Scar tissue healing.
Your version of it. To where is needed here.
You guys are both in the medical thing. I want to know what this is. It's like tongs, and it's holding like a gauze, and the gauze has some sort of like it smells like gasoline, but it's not. I don't know what this is, but that's what the scar tissue removal that Kristi has is.
Is it ammonia? And it makes me go, is it for seizures because your brain was rotting?
Maybe it's not removal, maybe it's prevention. Scar tissue prevention.
Okay, try that. Like Kristi's scar tissue prevention.
It reminds me of the Craft when they took the thing on her back and like got all those scars off, the burn scars off the back. It reminds me of that.
Okay.
It's heavy in my throat.
Do it to your throat. Okay. How's that feel?
It's better.
Kat, are you still... There you are. You're back.
Oh my god, guess what? I went on a journey.
Bitch. Actually feels really good.
Yeah, it still has that drip in the back of the throat, but it's not as bad. It's raw back there though. Like that pneumonia, whatever the fuck it was, it's like dripping down the back.
So do we say, show me what this is?
Can you get the ammonia out of there? You don't need it anymore. Your brain is not ready. You don't need to...
Oh, it's connected to the menthol things that you've been like clearing your sinuses with.
Yeah? Is that good, bad?
There's no such thing as good or bad. It's just that's what it's connected to. So.
It's just, yeah. If you're wondering, like, do you still need to use them type thing, that's up to you. Trial and error.
At this point.
Huh?
Just make it. Can you make it conducive to your new nasal passageways?
Okay.
There you go. And update and upgrade everything here now that and integrate it back into your systems. Now that you have brand new everything.
I can put the other deck of cards away now. So that's cool.
Hell yeah.
Boy, I think about it every night and day. I'm addicted and I just can't get enough.
I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. What does that mean to you? I think about it every night and day.
It's not even a guy or a girl. Like, oh, this isn't romance. What is this?
Is it the work?
The what?
The work. Like going back into the hospital and dealing with the patients and the
You're addicted to work?
madness. Not like addicted to work. Like,
are you thinking
work.
about it?
It just popped in when you asked that. It's like, I don't necessarily need to go back to that type of job, but when I think about going to a job, I'm like, well, yeah, that makes sense. Being the madness and, the oddities, like, when a person seriously looks at you and goes, "Are you gonna eat me?" You're like, no. But like for me, that's like gold, And like, I'm not making fun. I'm helping this person through a tough moment. But in the midst of it, they ask me something absurd and I love it.
Can you copy and paste all the work that you did for all this to work?
Copy and paste all of this to work.
Conducive.
That's a lot.
Conducive.
That's moving stuff in your eyes.
That's so much. It moved stuff down the back, too.
Feel it down the sides of my neck.
It's I'm just taking random pieces of paper and going really fast.
Speed that up.
It's shuffling papers. These papers are like it feels like okay, the best analogy I have for this is when people had filing cabinets and they first got a printer back again in the 90s or 2000s, and they printed everything out from the computer. They would screen capture and print it and put it in their filing cabinet, and like so many fucking for nothing. It's the same equivalent to people taking, I talked to you about this towards the beginning, like taking screenshots of stuff and just holding on to it. It's like that, but it's pieces of paper from a printer from the late 90s. But you were doing it with work, so.
Interesting. I used to do data entry and I was a paralegal, and so lots of paperwork shuffle before I stepped into the hospital.
Did they ever go paperless?
They did, and I actually kind of was weird about it. I was like, but we print all these out and we scan them back in and you know what I mean? Like almost like Office Space, fucking Milton, that they moved to the basement. It's like part of me was Milton. I don't know.
I did paperless for fire and police in Tampa for a bit, and I was in like where their paper vault, the like fire paper vault. When they got all the files out, I was like at a desk, and then once we got all the files out, after I scanned everything, they moved my desk into the vault, and I was in there with no windows, nothing, just back here.
Milton.
Cool, thanks.
Scanning everything. Okay, so what do you need to do with that?
Yeah, with the vault. Your vault.
And the papers.
Can we just burn them?
Okay, if you had all these papers and you spent all this time with these papers, think of that like that part of your life, that job. Would you be okay with everybody just burning them?
Well, how I feel now, like who I am now, I feel like, I feel like burn it all. I don't know why we hang on to anything.
So
I'm not sure that's healthy.
You can put them in the vault and start a fire if you want, as long as it doesn't have that carbon like to put it out.
It looks like you're already doing it.
There you go.
There's
like a mail slot that you're lifting and putting more in. You're like, oh yeah, and since we're on the topic.
And it looks like it kind of melts into the ground, so you must be transmuting it as it burns. That's pretty cool.
Ooh, that feels nice.
Touch it once.
So okay,
It's really funny.
in that instance, does she keep the vault? Do we get rid of the vault? What is this?
She doesn't need this vault. You created it for things people have said. Just in case, and it's like, you don't need these papers. You already know what they've said. This is just like a just in case, and it's like just in case. Oh, because your mom and sister were in you. Okay, that makes sense, and made you feel fucking crazy, like you didn't know what the fuck you were talking about.
It was like documentation.
So that's why you wanted to burn it, because it's like, I fucking need this. So if it's in your highest good, collapse this.
Collapse this vault.
It collapsed just fine. Yep. And put the remnants where they need to go.
Put the remnants where they need to go.
Yeah.
Well, that was crazy good. That was a good time. You did a fucking lot. That was a lot. Holy shit.
That was fucking awesome.
It was like the things we were dancing around for the last month. Like, we've been doing things. Very important things.
I will fuck you up dancing around for the last month. You mean the next layer of what we've been healing?
Leading up to this. Yes.
Hey, dancing around my motherfucking
We wouldn't have been able
ass.
to get to this.
Bitch, I will. Ooh. Remember when I said you were welcome back anytime? Well,
I just got uninvited.
Just kidding. Here, please don't do that. It's a joke.
This is really nice. I didn't get pulled down at all. Except when it was really heavy and I was yawned. But it's been a while since
Oh my
that
god,
happened,
Kate,
so.
you yawned.
So yeah, it felt really good. So.
Cool.
Alright, close up / sign off, or do you want to do them yourself, or Kathy, you want to do them?
Activate closing statements.
I think we need to do them because it was such an elongated healing for anybody who was following along and applying it to themselves.
Okay.
Elongated. Anyway, Spirit, if it's in my, so you can say this out loud, or you can say it in your head. Spirit, if it's in my highest good, please activate the elongated. Sorry. Damn it. I lost my place. I was trying to make that joke too much. Please activate the close up / sign off this. The calibration healing this. The alignment healing this. The merging healing this. The timeline healing this. The timeline sew up healing this. Please close the book on all dead timelines and all dead versions of me.
Ooh, that's a lot. Hold on. Oh, speed that part up, please. God!
It's moving stuff in your nose again. Speed it up.
Sorry.
Okay. The brain aneurysm healing this. The blowout healing this. The sensory overload healing this. And the burnout healing this. The ripple healing this and speed this up. Please copy and paste all of this to all forms and versions of me that need it. Throughout time, spaces in between, all dimensions and forms, up, down, left, right, side to side, front to back, conducive to what they each need, and also Kate's manic panic washout healing to all this as well. Speed that up. To the residual, to the thing down, flip and reverse it, into all 4 quadrants. Speed that up. Please secure all of this down conducive. Please undo anything and everything done here that was not done in the highest good, or that was not supposed to be done.
Just to show you the first deck of cards that I kept messing with, this is what reminded me of the box of cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the back of it. And then the second deck that I picked up when you started working on the sister part of it, it's that artist, which is like life is like a bowl full of cherries kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't know why that was important. That's it.
I like all of it.
Don't forget to disconnect.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
That was awesome. Thank y'all.
Thanks for having me.
I'm just going to exit out. You don't have to do anything. Bye, guys.
Bye.